Hello everyone, happy full moon in Pisces. So funny this year. I was been going through like the blogs for like 4 years, 5 years. How many years I've been blogging, and I realized at that point I really had enjoyed doing the full and new moon stuff, and then I completely fell apart when I decided to do again, and like haven't been on the ball. Hello 2020 energy. And it just is what it is. I kind of at the point where, like, if I get them in, I'll get them in. If I don't, I don't. It's just kind of trying to roll with the flow of things. But yeah, so happy full moon in Pisces. Yeah, let's just get into the reading today. I have the Enchanted Map and the Sacred Rose Tarot. And along with the handmade affirmation deck I made, which there are some on sale still. Just pop on to the blog and you can pick one up. I think I have 5 decks listed currently. I have a limited number and it's just easier to put up a few. Oh, so interesting. Okay. I always love it when you're just like babbling along and you pull a card and you're like, oh, okay. So, this is a theme that has been happening for the past few months. And this is the Bone Collector. For me, this card is all about ancestral work, of working with our ancestors, connecting with them, healing them if possible. And here's the thing to remember about ancestors. Some of the more recent ones are going to be very much what they were in life. So if they're abusive, chances are they're going to be abusive in the recent death, in the recent time period since their death. They're probably not going to change all that much. You can bring in and try and heal them by honoring practice. And by healing this line, you are not condoning what they did. What you're doing is taking that energy out of the ancestral line and bringing in healing. So you're healing in the past, you're healing in the future, you're healing in the now. It's not saying it was okay though. So just remember that. But the problem is sometimes you try and heal them and they're just not going to be healed. And that's when you're just like, bye-bye. And you cut them out of your life. Some of them are just not going to be healthy to work with. And the Bone Collector reminds us to work with the ones that are healthy for us. That we can go back as far as we need to find them. I started working about 2-3 months ago now with a group of energy called the Grannies. And they're kind of interesting because they're very, very, very old. And so they function individually, yet also as a hive mind. So it's kind of interesting working with them because there's individual aspects of them, but they're also very much all just kind of this one hive mind thing. So where do you need to go? Who's showing up? My mom, who is pretty much not woo-woo at all. We cannot have conversations about crystal grids because she does not understand them. She had a dream about her father. He called her in her dream, and they had a really lovely conversation. Hello, ancestors. They're asking for you to work with them. They want to work with you. And you want to pick the ones that have your best interests and this world's best interests in mind. So keep that in mind. Ancestors have been coming in very strongly over the last several months. So if you've had some dreams, like my mom or something else like that, just weird random stuff, someone walking through an antique store and feeling like you need to adopt that antique picture of someone you don't even know, go ahead and adopt them. Set up a shrine, honor them. Maybe they need healing and maybe you're the one to heal them. Okay, so this is about the Sacred Rose. This is still a favorite deck. Had it forever. So let's pull 2 cards and see what they are. So what do we got? Seven of Pentacles. Six of Cups. Okay. So, Seven of Pentacles. So we have, first off, getting our ancestor thing kind of sorted out. At least the most basic thing, if you really don't know how to start out with ancestors, set up a shrine. And you don't even have to have pictures unless you feel like you want to have pictures of people who are your relatives, etc. Or lineage, people you, classificatory kin counts, people who you adopt as your family. Set up a little shrine with whatever candle offerings, if you desire. Really, like candles just depends. Like I have a cat who I don't trust around candles, so candles are kind of out for me. So you can set up however you want. You could even set up a crystal grid for them. So first card is Seven of Pentacles, and I feel like we have these skills, and we're kind of like, do I have these skills? Can I use them? How am I using? Am I not using my skills? What am I doing with my skills? It's like we're just questioning ourselves over and over in this loop of question. And it may show up differently for you, but it's like this, it's not necessarily even doubt. It's just like, okay, am I doing right? Too many questionings of self. Stop it. Just use your skills. Be like, I got the skill. I'm going to use it. And I'm going to put it to work for me. I'm going to use it to the best of my ability, and I'm going to learn how it functions within me. Yeah, this at this point is feeling almost more internal and spiritual, seeking that we do this inner work, and then it flows majestically out into our outer work, into our lives. That's empowering. So, use all your skills right now to help you just get out of the questions. It's just like questions. All these questions just echoing in our heads, and we're not doing anything because we're too busy asking questions that don't need to be asked. So pay attention to that and how that's showing up. What are you questioning? How many questions? Because there can be like a questioning of line that leads to getting something done. And then there's the questioning that just kind of keeps taking you like in the squiggle path. Use your skills. Know your knowledge. Bring it internally. Go deep. And then it's going to expand out. And it's going to be really beautiful. So the next card is the Six of Cups. And this feels kind of like, we know what's gone bad. We know what's gone wrong. We know what's gone sideways. It's 2020. We're waiting for all the other shoes to drop. Right now you want to refocus on to what you really want to do. We can wait for those shoes to drop. If they're going to drop, they're going to drop. But where do you want your focus? Do you want to be focused on those shoes that haven't even appeared yet and haven't dropped? Or do you want to focus on something that has meaning, whether it's protesting for Black Lives Matter or babies still in cages, voting, of keeping your family safe? Where's your focus? What do you need to focus on other than the shoes that are potentials that are going to fall from the sky and be like, ah? Focus on what you can work with. Focus on what you can do now. Instead of focusing on potential of like, we don't even know if it's going to happen, but it's right in here. It's almost like linked back to that questioning that just takes you everywhere and you can't get out of because you're too busy questioning it all. Focus as much as you can on the things that really matter to you. And bring that in. Once again, go deep with that focus. Go deep in and expand out. That's kind of the theme of this full moon in, I almost said new moon in Pisces. Full moon in Pisces is that going internally deep and letting it roll on out. As simple as breathing. Feeling it so deep within our souls that it becomes integrated into us. And then we breathe it out. And it feels really good to take that, just organically expand it into our life. It's going to be good. So let's pull a affirmation card, and then we can do a little recap. This one's I am love. So a few years ago, it's been a while now. Actually, it's more than a few years. It's like half a decade ago. It doesn't feel that long. About half a decade ago, I had a choice. And I could become a bitter, angry person, or I could choose to change myself. Because that was the only thing I could change, was me at that point in time. And if I hadn't done that, I wouldn't be here making this video. And I've talked about this before. And my choice was to be love. I am love. Be love. And that was my word of the year. And I circled back to that word of the year all the time. When I wanted to lash out and be mean and be that bitter person, I was on the path to becoming like, oh wait, is that loving? And I would try and rephrase myself. And our affirmation card is I am love. How can you be the love? And this is healthy love. This doesn't mean being someone who has no boundaries and say, oh, I'm in love, I'm going to do that for you. No. This is love with boundaries. This is healthy love. This is healthy relationships with yourself, with others, with the universe. And working from that in all you do. So how is the questioning? Like going back to that whole question thing of like asking all those questions that get you nowhere. How is that being loving to yourself? Is it? Or is it creating, a stagnation ripple that gets you kind of stuck in that questioning phase? But if you just be love, how does that change that questioning? And sometimes you don't know until you try to do it. How is that going to be okay, so yeah. So we start off with the guide card of the Bone Collector, and ancestors are knocking on your door. Say hello. Find the ones you can work with. Find the ones that are healthy. Find the ones that want the best for the world as it in the here and now, not as they see the best. So, 7 of Pentacles. Of knowing your skills, putting to work, going deep within to use them, expanding outward. Stop questioning it. Stop asking the kind of questions that take you in a scribble circle that get you nowhere. Ask the questions that will lead you to some kind of growth, conclusion, new beginnings. So we have the 6 of Cups, and this is us reminding not to just keep focusing on the shoes that haven't dropped yet, that remain pure potential, but on what is already here and what is really super duper important to us. That's where we need our focus, on what we need to do, what's important to us, and that's in a variety of different manners and so many different impacts upon life. And our affirmation card is I am love. How can you be the best loving person in your life? And that includes yourself. Where do you need more boundaries? Where do you need to not be so rigid? Where do you need to simply just be? Oh. Let's do a little light language this month. Alabean no pakaderishimo bekadanish donananishimo na I Canada oshadar mone Kelan mandanishin gada obayakan I Shokana shaka ani Jeba ala tiash moshi Jahakapo Ebedeni yadini shumani kitri. So when I did that, what I saw in my head was the sacral chakra being cleared out, of being adjusted for your body, for your life, to bring in a bit more focus. Sometimes it's really hard to talk after light language. To bring in that focus, to stop the circular questioning, to bring in what you need to do, and to know and to trust your gut. So, okay. Everyone have a wonderful full moon in Pisces, and I'll see you hopefully at the new moon, if I got my act together. And have a wonderful day. And go out there and be the love in the world. Bye-bye.